Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Piano Bar Live with your host, Mr. Michael Mackesy.
Hey, what good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Down the knitting, the book, and the broom. Time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come taste the band. Yeah, well, it's kind of dead silence in the clubs when we were there live too anyway, so I'm used to it. Come blow your horn, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. No use permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Now, it's good that we started with a sing-along. So far, so good, everybody. I hear every last one of you. This next section doesn't even have to be a sing-along. All you have to do is repeat the last word of every phrase that I say, usually as bitterly as possible. It goes like this. I used to have a girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she sold it by the hour. She was a hoe. Ho, 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 ho. Who you calling a hoe? The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. Fill in the blank. And this is the part where we usually say, this is the reason that you did not pay a cover charge to get in here this evening. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, no queen you know, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and say, what good is sitting all alone in your room? Gee, we never thought we'd be doing that for months on end. Come, hear the music play. Liza? Well, maybe in the spring. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea when Actually, this is the part of the song where I would get the entire room to stop for just a moment and let you know that this is where I really need your help. I would like you to sing When I Go and hold the word go, the note, as long as you possibly can so that I can get a hit of hooch. It just, I'm singing and playing and singing, and every once in a while, I need a little pick-me-up. So here are your notes. The words are when I go, and just help me out here. Ready? When I smooth. That was good. I'm going like Elsie. All right, Kmart shoppers, big finish. You sing I spit. Start by admitting from cradle to isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Only a cabaret, old chum. And I love a cabaret. Shaka Khan! Shaka Khan starring in Cabaret, The Road Company. Hi, everybody. I'm only slightly losing it. Welcome. It's Tuesday night. I'm Michael Mack. Who am I? Oh, there really is nothing in that. There should be. I'm Michael Mackesy, and you are here at Piano Bar Live. We love having you with us. We were not streaming last week. It was a very tough week for a lot of people. It's a very emotional time. We are not negating that. However, we are here to entertain and take your mind off of CNN and some of the more scary things going on. That doesn't mean we are not. That doesn't mean we're ignoring them. We just want to join and have a few show tunes for a little bit and then go on about our lives. But we're happy to have you. We've got a lot of guests. I'm going to first bring up, though, my cohort and the associate producer of Piano Bar Live, who's going to give us. It's like notes from the principal on the first day of school. Please listen to Mr. Tony Javid.
Yes, notes from the principal indeed. But you want to know something?
What?
I have to say, Mac, I just love these little handoffs that we have because not only do I get a little time to chat with our gorgeous audience, but I also get to give you a toast. You will notice the size of my drink. It's been that
Oh, I
kind
just
of
thought
thing.
you were holding it close to the. There's the
No.
size of my drink. Okay.
So I toast to you,
All right.
and
I'll get it now.
I'll let you have a moment, and I'll see you on the flip side.
Okie dokie.
Hey, everybody. So, as Max said, this has been a big week and a big drink. I want to welcome you all back to our 34th edition of Piano Bar Live, coming to you from our current central hub in beautiful Harlem, New York. As Mac mentioned, we skipped last week because we were standing in solidarity with the show Must Be Paused and Blackout Tuesday. As tough as it's been wonderful to see us doing as a world self-reflection and serious listening about the issues that have been keeping us apart. So here's to all of us doing what we can do to make the place of the world a better place for everyone. And if you want to learn more about those initiatives, be sure to check out the hashtags, the show Must Be Paused and Blackout Tuesday. There's a lot of stuff in there, and I'm sure we've all missed a little bit of it. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. As usual, our illustrious producer, Scott Barbarino, is doing what he does in the chat. He's the man behind the magic, all of this magic that you see before us. So be sure to say hey to him if you haven't already. And then, of course, to our regulars, you know what time it is. It's virtual tip bowl time. And I just never seem to get tired of reminding you that it's your generous tips that keep us going and growing, starting with our single Facebook stream 10 months ago, or I can't count the months anymore, but now we're lighting up YouTube. We're all over Broadway on demand, Tuesdays at 7:15. And I'd like for you to, I know what I wanted to say to you. All of you regulars also know that Mac loves to remind us that there's no cover here. But if you are coming to our show, there would have been a 2-drink minimum. So I would like for you just to consider dropping the cost of 1 drink via PayPal or Venmo to our tip bowl, whether it's a family size premium vodka martini or a can of your favorite brew. Just consider tipping whatever you might have spent so we can keep PBL going week after week. And finally, because we did really miss you last week, I just wanted to give extra special thanks to all of you who've helped PBL be the growing success that it is, to be able to carve out a space where people are actually coming together in the digital space where so often we feel divided. So as the weeks go by, it just becomes more rewarding for all of us, and it seems to be more just more needed. And so to our one-time tippers, our sustaining tippers, I'll talk to you more about that next week. I want to thank you for helping us build a strong foundation for our online home. And then for our growing family of PBL performers, I want to thank you for lighting up our home with your talent. And finally, to all of you viewers, I want to thank you for filling our home with love. Now, I better get the heck out of here before the schmaltz police comes to take me away. So please, Mac, will you please save me from myself?
I'm just a one-time tipper or a one-time stripper. You stripper, you brought her.
Exactly.
Oh, never mind. It was so great. Thanks,
Thank
Tony.
you. That's exactly what I needed. I'll see you later, man.
All right, drink up.
Show.
Oh, now that it's just us, come closer. Daddy wants to no, we're right now, I wanted to tell you that my good friend and the lovely and fabulous Phyllis Pastore was due to be right in this slot. And up until the last minute, we just had some technical problems that we couldn't get worked out in enough time. So Phyllis will be back with us next week. And we apologize for that. We love her. I love me some Phyllis Pastore. So she will be joining us. She's been a long time family member of Piano Bar Live. So we miss her this week. We will catch her next week. But in the meantime, moving on, I'm going to bring a friend. Well, I think with Tony's permission, we're going to play a little clip. Now, what we like to do is the fact that we started Piano Bar Live back in August. Almost every, except for one, every show that we have ever done with all of our guests for all those months is archived, and it is on our Piano Bar Live Facebook page. So you can go back and watch shows with Karen Mason, Sharon McKnight, Nancy Timpanero, Jeff Harner. Sorry, Jennifer. So they're always there. But what we love to the fact that now that we are indoors, shall we say, for a while, every once in a while we like to pull a little bit of a clip from what it's like and what it will be like again as soon as they let us, that we've been doing. We started at the Duplex, and in October we moved to Brandy's on the Upper East Side. So our love to everyone in all the clubs who are currently at home right now. And actually everyone's doing virtual piano bar, and it's just, we were the first. Who knew when we started, when Scott Barbarino mentioned this to me, and we started so long ago, who knew that this would now be the gold standard and how any of us get to do anything anymore, but just for a time. So with Tony's permission, I want to show a little clip of my first guest, actually, now, my friend, Miss Nina Gabianelli. And Tony, hit that clip.
Oh, well, there's a moral to learn from little Shirley DeFore, who had to borrow a thou to find a lover next door. You girls who live in apartments, don't stare at the walls. Open up the door and hurry out in the hall. Ring that bell, come on, ring that bell. Make them sing and really ring that bell. It's a happy thing, so you're up to nothing. You gotta ring them, swing them, swing them, ring them
Nina Gabianelli! Oh, I love that. I remember what that sound was like. To you? Hi, Nina. So Nina Gabianelli is there in Aspen, Colorado right now with our good friend, Maestro David Dyer. Hi, David. So
Hey, Michael, how are you?
we're
Okay.
good. Hey, we're all hanging in. Like
are.
I
I'm
said,
mortified
why are you
because
mortified?
I'm wearing the same dress.
Honey, I've been wearing this same outfit and no pants for 3 months now. It's okay.
Please
We're-
send tips to Michael.
It's okay.
Michael needs clothes.
It's like, well, Michael needs a lot of things. Right now, clothes is not one, but actually, we're going to need clothes because, it's, have you been eating? Well, I'm staying here with my friend Lynn, and Lynn likes to cook. God bless her. She has saved my life. And I think the babies do. But anyway, I, I love that you guys are here and that we get you both in the same room. You're so very
Yeah.
close. How's Aspen?
We
Well,
got 6 inches of snow today.
he's not kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I spent 2 hours on the museum grounds today pulling dead cottonwood limbs that had fallen from the sky. Travis was with his chainsaw, Travis Lane,
yes.
cutting up limbs. Mikey, we worked really hard today. Yeah,
I need
it
a
snowed.
I need a picture of Travis with a chainsaw. Just at some point, take a picture of Travis. That's our friend. I have to let our viewers at home know that Nina and David and I have all at one time or another worked in and lived in Aspen, Colorado, and we worked at the Crystal Palace for many, many years, along with our friend Rita Wells. Hi, Rita. Rita's watching. Rita's out there somewhere. Rita's there, and our friend Rick Crome, who used to write all the material that we used to do. Anyway, I'm going to stop yakking, and I would like you two to do a little number.
Okay, I
How about
gotta
that?
change some things here.
That a girl.
Oh yeah, I'm on it. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Today I may not have a thing at all, except for just a dream or two. But I've got lots of plans for tomorrow, and all my tomorrows belong to you. Right now it may not seem like spring at all. We're drifting and the laughs are few. But I've got rainbows planned for tomorrow, and all my tomorrows belong to you. No one knows better than I that luck keeps passing me by. That's fate. But with you here by my side, we'll soon be turning the tide. Just wait. As long as I've got arms that cling at all, it's you that I'll be clinging to. And all the dreams I dream, beg and borrow on some bright tomorrow belong to you. And all my bright tomorrows belong to you. When somebody loves you, it's no good unless they love you all the way. Happy to be near you when you need someone to cheer you all the way. Taller than the tallest trees, that's how it's got to feel. Deeper than the deep blue sea is, that's how deep it goes when it's real. When somebody needs you, it's no good unless they need you all the way. Through the good and lean years and through all these in-between years, come what may. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool would say. But if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way, all the way. And all my bright tomorrows belong to you.
Atta girl, Nene. Good. Are you there? Can you hear me okay?
Okay. There we go. Now I can hear you.
I realized you were adjusting. So I just in case I said, "Atta girl, Nene."
Thank you.
You
Thanks,
too,
Daddy.
David.
Thank you.
Did I
Well,
get
I love
caught
the
in that?
fact, and when Scott Barbarino, our producer, started all this, it was the idea of all the piano bars and the clubs. When everybody works, you develop a family. The family that we all worked at Don't Tell Mama, the Duplex, in the Crystal Palace, in Chicago, all the different places. What's really nice right now is as you guys were singing, I'm looking over and I can't usually see the comments because I'm old and they're very far over there and I literally have to kind of go, oh, hi. But Susie Sanderson, Danny Koff, all of our Aspen, Rita Wells from all over Rita's in Florida, everybody's everywhere. Everybody's watching. It was the one thing that I realized when we started doing these, even when we were live in the club, we still were on Facebook. People watched from all over the world. And it was the fact that a lot of us that used to do this when we were younger, and some of us have all moved on, but to be able to come back every once in a while. But every time we've been somewhere, there's always been these families. Scott likes to call like the New York ones like the five families. There was the group that worked at the Duplex, the group that worked at Brandy's, and to intermingle because we're all in the piano bars together. So I just love the fact that that's what's happening with our Piano Bar Live. And as you guys are singing, and I look over and I see all of our friends from Aspen, all of our friends from New York, and even people I've never seen before from places I've yet to visit, but I'm on my way. Hi, I'm just, look at it. Bobby Horowitz, I love you. There's Michael Allen Tillis. So anyway, I can't thank you guys enough for doing this. I can't wait to get you back physically in New York when we could go in the club and do this. David, you're coming this time too, because you know. And Phyllis says hi. Phyllis was we're getting her back next week. We just had technical problems. You know, it happens. But thank you both for being here. I'm going to let you go now, and we will talk soon.
Bye.
Nina Gabianelli and David Dyer.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Say hi to Aspen. I loved Aspen. I love that. So it's great when we get people in like the same room and stuff. It's a good thing. I'm going to bring up my next guest, and my next guest is going to bring up another guest. It's like those Russian, what do you call those things? Russian dolls? Can you tell I have no idea what I'm talking about right now? But first I want to bring up our good friend and a longtime member of the Piano Bar Live family, Mr. Bob Diamond.
Hey there, Mark.
There you are.
There you are.
Now, to talk, scooch over a little bit.
I'm going to scooch over a little more now.
Right there.
Yeah.
Good. Because now I'll talk to you because I can see it. You were like hiding. It was like,
I know. I tried to.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Come into the light. How are you? How have you been?
You know, it's great. We moved out to the beach house. Just you go to Atlantic City. We come out to Far Rockaway. It's a little safer. It's a little more quiet, and less people.
Yeah, I know, and
you know,
I am also, you know, like you said, I'm also down near Atlantic City at a beach house, and thank God, one of my roommates has come back, so the apartment's slowly opening up, but it's, you know, everybody's dealing with however they have to, and we almost I get tired of asking people because, you know, it's just like, oh, how are you doing? It's like we're all doing however we're supposed to be doing.
Absolutely.
We just wake up the next day and, you know, press on. So
yes.
I would like to turn over your segment because not only are you going to sing, but you have a special guest. And so I would like to turn the camera over to you and to Matthew.
All right. Yes, I demanded that I have my musical director, Matthew Martin Ward, come on the show.
Hi.
Hi.
We're going to go play together. Hi, Matthew. I made sure he was in his studio because he should be there to perform. And you're ready to do something for us, Matthew, I understand?
Yes, I am. I'm just going to talk about it for half a second, and then I'll click that toggle switch.
Do click the switch, Matthew. You have to do that.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, I just wanted to say that this song is probably one of the best songs I ever wrote in 24 hours. I wrote it to a lyric by Peter Napolitano when the York had their Songwriters in Mufti competition, and the theme was anything can happen in the theater. So this is that song. It's called Broadway Jinx. I've always been a theater fan. I see as many musicals as I can. But every time I go to a show, the ushers say a prayer because I'm there. At Phantom, the chandelier wouldn't drop. I'm a Broadway jinx. At Company, the elevator wouldn't stop. I'm a Broadway jinx. The helicopter wouldn't land in Miss Saigon. And Leia left her mic on when she went to the John. A music man, Harold Hill, lost his baton. It fell in row A, I swear. Miss Broadway jinx was there. At Pippin, Bertha fell off her trapeze. I'm a bad luck charm. At Guys and Dolls, Adelaide forgot to sneeze. I do Broadway harm. The night I saw Peter Pan, the flying wire snapped. And Tinkerbell died because nobody clapped. At Sugar Babies, why did Anne trip when she tapped? You don't have to be a sphinx, just blame this Broadway jinx. At Gypsy, when a phone rang, Patty threw a fit. Poor Annie, when she sang Tomorrow, Sandy took a shit. Why these things happen, I haven't a clue. But one good thing happened out of the blue. I was at my one and only when my wildest dream came true. That's the night I met you. That's right, that's the night this Broadway jinx, the night this Broadway jinx got lucky.
Okay, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, quickly, please go change your shirt so I can be ready to sing.
Well, let me run out to Far Rockaway as quickly as I can.
As fast as your little feet can take you out here, yes.
Yeah, change the shirt. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, here we go. A little thing that I have to set up. Oops, things happen on computers.
Oh, you caught me reading. I was reading.
Oh, please.
Oh.
Did you like the view?
Well, I wasn't looking at the time. I was checking out who was yakking, and I got caught kind of going, what? What do you say? What, is that
What are they
word?
doing here? That's all right. All right, Michael. Okay.
I love Matthew's song. I'm listening to going, okay, I have to steal that. That was brilliant.
Yeah. He sang it for me after the fact. I go, I got to figure out how to get that into a show.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So how do you figure out now it's your turn?
Well, I'm going to do a little something that Matthew and I put together for my last cabaret show. And I asked Matthew to do this for me. And so you're going to see Matthew at the piano.
Whoa.
And he has changed clothes. So let me just do a little something here and we will go do it.
Take it away.
Here we go. Oh, God. Let's start it at the beginning. Often I think this sad old world is whistling in the dark, just like a child who late from school walks bravely home through the park to keep their spirits soaring and keep the night at bay, neither quite knowing which way they are going, they sing their shadows away. Often I think my poor old heart has given up for good, and then I see a brand new face, I glimpse a new neighborhood. So walk me back home, my darling, tell me dreams really come true. Whistling, whistling, here in the dark, with you. That old April yearning once more is returning, and I have a longing to wander. The leaves may be falling, but April is calling, and the primroses beckon me yonder. For one more walk around the garden, one more stroll along the shore, one more memory I can dream upon until I dream no more. For one more time, perhaps the dawn will wait, and one more prayer, it's not too late to gather one more rose before I say goodbye and close the garden gate. That old urge is saying it's time to be straying, and April is here to remind me to try and recover the heart of a lover that I left lying somewhere behind me. For one more walk around the garden, one more stroll along the shore, one more memory I can dream upon until I dream no more. For one more time, perhaps the dawn will wait, and one more prayer is not too late to gather one more rose before I say goodbye and close the garden gate. So walk me back home, my darling, tell me dreams really come true. One more rose before I close the garden gate.
I love that. So, did you have a lighting designer adjust your lighting halfway through your medley?
God.
Oh, is it sun? Is the sun? Because all of a sudden it got such a golden glow, and I was like, "Oh, that was nice."
The sun is setting, yeah, but it worked for the song.
It was listen, it was perfect. And I have to tell you, in all the time that I've known you, you have the best taste in music. You find there, you do songs that you start to hear it, and everybody just kind of goes, "Oh, I remember that." You haven't heard it, and you find little gems. I love people like you.
Well, I love you. And I love listening to you, and I wish you could play for me. I miss that.
Listen, we will eventually. We're going back, not too soon, but we're going back. And I love the fact that we've had all this practice. I mean, we started it all to begin with, and then everybody got in on it. And now when we go back, we'll be doing this again. We'll still be live streaming every week. But what I love about it is that we can do it in the club with 50 to 100 of our closest friends hanging out and drinking with us at the same time. And that's the most fun.
And one more thing, my dear.
Yeah.
congratulations to you and Scott and the whole team for your 2020 Mac Award.
Oh, thank you very much.
You so deserve that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're honored and humbled. So really good. So thank you and Matthew both. I loved the technical. I love being able to see your accompanist. You know, it's like
that was fun, wasn't that?
It was fun. It was fun. It's like we're hanging on by a thread with the technically challenged, and they go, "Oh, good, you're going to do that. Awesome. You go ahead and do that."
Yeah. Well, thank you, Tony, for that. For figuring that one out for me. Yes.
Thank you both very much. Thank you, Bob,
Okay.
Matthew.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the clubs.
Absolutely.
Bye. I was remiss at the beginning of the show to welcome our viewers that are watching us on Broadway On Demand, BroadwayOnDemand.com. If you have not already signed up, please do so. It's free. The programming that they have there, us included, Marie's Crisis, Broadway shows, Allegiance, The Bandstand, and then all sorts of master classes and just fascinating material to watch. Where you can watch Piano Bar live every Tuesday at 7:15 live on Broadway On Demand, YouTube, and Facebook. Broadway On Demand only shows us once. So if you watch there, we're on at 7:15. When it's over, it's over. It's not archived. But YouTube and Facebook, all of our shows are archived. So if you miss it live, catch us later in the week, catch us next month, you know, wherever you can. We appreciate the viewing. I'm going to do a little song that was written by our crazy friend, George Winters. He did a parody, and I promised him I would do it. This probably should have come along about a month ago when we were deep into a lot of things, but it's just so darn cute, because so is he. So I give you this song and hope that you enjoy it. And I hope I don't it up. I'm not wearing anything but gloves, baby. That's the one thing I've hoarded plenty of, baby. In my cute birthday suit, I'm big and fat. I watch my weight escalate. These are curves that just won't flatten. Got some time to learn a brand new skill, baby. But all I want to do is sit and chill, baby. 'Cause I'm not wearing anything but gloves. All I want to do is sit and chill. Yes, I did. It's live. Go with it. 'Cause, while I'm saving on my laundry bill, and I am, baby, I'm not wearing anything but gloves. Have you been out shopping? It's the pits, baby. Nothing left but powdered milk and grits, baby. Woe is me, no TP that I could find. Please don't ask about a mask, ain't no sanitizers either. Being stuck indoors has made me mean, baby. Restless and so horny, it's obscene. Baby! Come be my hydroxychloroquine. Baby! I'm not wearing anything but gloves. I'm not wearing anything but gloves. Baby! Gin and Netflix are my new true loves, baby. Chill a bit, spill a bit. Where's the remote? Don't get close, I feel gross. Please maintain your social distance. Someday we'll escape this living hell, baby. And we'll have some crazy tales to tell, baby. Till you come and douse me with Purell, baby. I'm not wearing anything. I'm not wearing anything. I'm not wearing anything but gloves. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face now. Shaka Khan. I added the Shaka Khan. George Winters, you're a crazy man. Those are lyrics that I only wish I could have seen more. I'm keeping that. We're keeping it in the repertoire. I'll just learn it. How about I learn it for next time? I was like, oh, I love that so much. That's a great old piano bar number. And speaking of piano bars, my next segue. Ooh. Before I bring up my next guest, I want to let you know that every Sunday at 5 o'clock, right here on YouTube and Facebook, I do a show called Open Mac. If you want to make requests during the week, oh, look, I have a logo and everything. I'm so excited. So you can make requests during the week because when the show's running, I can't really see. I can't stop and see, but I'll check things out. But you can always DM me and make requests. Like I said, every Sunday at 5 o'clock right here. And every Tuesday right here with all of you at Piano Bar Live. So thank you for that. We're going to bring up a good friend of mine and a friend to all of ours in the piano bars and the clubs for many, many years. I met this gentleman so many years ago between working in Atlantic City. He ran Odette's in New Hope for the longest time. He's everywhere a pianist can be, and he usually brings 50 to 100 of his closest friends with him. Would you please welcome Mr. Bob Egan?
Hi, Michael. It's
Hi,
so
Bob.
good to be on your show. My
How
God.
are you?
I love it.
I like your angle with the piano and the shit. It's like I'm going. Oh, can you see the piano? That's great. And how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there too. We're all getting through this and making music, and we get to see each other. I see you more in the last 2 days than I see you all year.
Because we're all virtual. I used to say we're all viral. It's going viral, and I'm like, okay, bad choice of words right now. So virtual is the V word that we're using now. I watch you all the time now too, because the fact that you've been everywhere and you always have, you're at piano bars everywhere, and you've got a huge following, and you're, what I love about you is I'm self-indulgent. I'm singing my songs. I love to play for people. You specialize in playing for other people, and the people flock to you to sing with you no matter where you're playing, and I love that about you. Right. And can you tell me, well, right now you are appearing Wednesday nights?
Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 o'clock. So we're virtual piano bar on Facebook. It's actually an online piano bar on Facebook.
Yes.
And I'm really grateful for it because John Richardson, who I've worked with in Provincetown, pulled me out of my funk of sitting home not doing anything for 6 weeks and got me to do what I do. And it's changed everything. So we're busy. We're having a good time.
Well, it was the same when when we started this a while ago, I was like, what are we doing? People are what are we? And then once you get into it, going, okay, wait a minute, this is actually fun.
Yeah.
And so, and like I said, everyone, we always like to say, well, we were out there, we did it first, and all of a sudden everybody's doing it. And it's the best because you can, we went through this afternoon. You and I chatted for a minute this afternoon. We were talking. It's like, you're on Wednesday and Sunday. I'm on Sunday.
Yeah.
Monday nights, Jim Caruso.
Yep.
Tuesday nights, Piano Bar Live. Wednesday night, you. Thursday night, Billy Stritch. Friday night, is it Eddie? Eddie Bruce.
Eddie Bruce, yeah.
Friday nights, Eddie Bruce. And to just name a few, like I said, I had to open my date book, my Filofax, my calendar, whatever it is, what we haven't touched since March, and
Because
my friend Lynn and I would write down what night and who's on at what time. So, between all the Netflix and chilling that we're doing, trying to find where everybody's shows are. And thank God they're great because they go live. But then most of they stay on. If I can't catch you right at 8:00, I can watch you later that night or the next day. So I love all that. But
I had a Saturday night that was so stressful because I was trying to watch 3 people's show at once. And I was getting mentioned and I was supposed to get zoomed into one. So I'm watching one on my laptop, one on the iPad, one on my phone. It was
no,
crazy.
thank you.
Saturdays.
It's hard enough just to know what's coming on when.
But thank you for also mentioning about the cabaret for the 21 years at Odette's. It's good to see Bobby Horowitz out there. And I do want to shout out and thank Scott Barbarino, because Scott was, when we flooded and closed, Scott threw a benefit for us that helped a lot of waiters and waitresses out. And he was the first one to come forward with something.
I know you hear it all the time, but oh my God, we miss Odette's.
Yeah, me too.
But you have found great places like Bowman's Tavern.
Bowman's Tavern.
When we're allowed outside again, and we will be, name some of the places. Moonstruck
The two
and
in New
Asbury.
Hope would be Bowman's Tavern and then the deck at the Bucks County Playhouse, which is great. I do a really fun open mic there. And then 3 places in Asbury Park, Moonstruck, the Asbury Hotel, and McClune's Rum Runner, and then down when I come to see you in Atlantic City at the Claridge up on the rooftop.
I love that. And I'm so glad that Bucks County put in something down there to play. Oh my God. The minute I heard they were doing that, I'm like, oh, I'm totally there. I love New Hope. Well, I burned down the cartwheel many years ago. The piano bar was up in the silo. And I was like, I remember you had to climb up the silo to get to the piano bar overlooking the disco and up in the silo. And then I came back like the next year and they went, oh yeah, that burned down. I went, oh. Okay.
Yeah, that was sad. That was right after like Odette's, our second flood at Odette's, and then the cartwheel burnt down.
Yeah. Oh.
And it was like, oh, what else?
It was devastating to New Hope because I love it. Anyway, enough yakking. I would like you to continue on, and I do believe you have a special guest with you.
Well, yeah, I guess I'll tell you about my guest before I switch the sound thing.
Yes,
that we did. So anyway, I have Michael Trautman, my creative partner, with me, and you'll see him in a second. Once we get the screen. And Michael is with the Bucks County Playhouse. He's the marketing director there for the last 5 years and doing amazing things. And he's been helping me with my shows and with our all our performers' videos. And he's going to sing a song to you tonight, a Peter Allen song.
Awesome.
How about them apples?
I love it.
Peter Allen, right? So there we go. That should be good.
You tip your camera up.
Oh, yeah. Let me make this up so you're in it.
A little higher.
And then we go a little higher.
There you go.
And I'll be down here.
Bob. You can look at Bob.
Oh, yeah. That's just we're going to see more Bob. Right. All right. Should we do it?
Let's do it. I'll dance and I'll sing, I'll do anything just to get my name in lights. I gotta try to hit the heights now that I'm free as a breeze again, old nimble knees again. And soon they'll all know my name, I'll have fortune and fame when I get my name in lights. It can happen overnight in these modern times. So hold that front page. This boy was meant to strut the stage. I'll dance and I'll sing and I'll play the piano. Splash my name across a big bright banner. And so I won't let it go till I'm on the radio. And when they come and see the sights, that'll be my name spelled right, lighting up Times Square. I'll sit on a flagpole, whatever the rage, just to get my picture on that front page. Oh, just to get my name in lights. So hold that front page. This boy was meant to strut the stage. I'll dance and I'll sing and I'll play the piano. Splash my name across a big bright banner. And so I won't let it go till I'm on the radio. And when they come and see the sights, well, that'll be my name spelled right, lighting up Times Square. I'll sit on a flagpole, whatever the rage, just to get this picture on the front page, just to get my name, just to get my name, just to get my name in lights.
Attaboy. That's one of my favorite songs, although I love every song that Peter Allen ever wrote. I even saw Legs Diamond twice.
You did.
Impressive.
Wow. I saw it once. Yeah.
It was awesome. And it's funny, I was working at a piano bar on the east side while Legs Diamond was trying out. It had a very long preview period, and I remember I was at the piano and I said, and now I'm going to do a Peter Allen song that is not in Legs Diamond. And I started doing I can't even remember what the song was, but it was not from the show. And after the song, the waiter comes up to me and said, Peter would like to buy you a drink. And I was like, Peter who? Oh, hi. Couldn't have been nicer. And I was like, anyway, I love that show. I love Peter Allen. And I love you boys. You are, Michael, you are on, well, you're at Bucks, well, you will be back at Bucks County.
Eventually.
Yeah, well, they'll let us out once they release the hounds. Well,
but you can see us, with Bob on Sunday and Wednesday.
He's always going to say, and Bob Egan, you are at it's Virtual Piano Bar Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 p.m.
Correct.
Yep. Because our friend Joe Regan does that as well. You guys
are
all in the same.
Yep, great. Joe Regan and David Mayoko and Kenny Green. It's a bunch of people you know.
Oh, Kenny does. Okay, great.
Yeah. Well, I'm honored to be on yours, Michael. You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
I've been following yours since you first came on.
Listen, I'm glad that you boys joined us, and I can't wait till I'm just waving to you because we're not that far away right now, and it's like, quick, we'll meet in the corner, we'll drink, it'll be good. All right, but thank you guys for doing this, and we will be in touch. And thank you for joining me.
Thank you,
Love
Michael.
You, Michael.
Bye.
Take care, my friend. Thanks.
This is. I hope you're having a good time. I just get in and I sit talk to old friends, and it's like, it wasn't until I did my first Zoom meeting where I all of a sudden went, oh, I love being able to see people and chatting for a minute. You just felt a little bit better. So I love that about this. My next guest is a friend of mine, a former student. Well, you can't really call him a student. When they allow me, I'm a coach for the musical theater majors at Pace University in Manhattan. And some of the most talented performers I'm amazed. And this next guest, we were together for his senior year, and he no sooner finished his senior year and then went right in to his first equity off-Broadway show and then his second off-Broadway show, which we'll talk about in just a minute. But would you please welcome my buddy, Jovan Ishan.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Jovan. I always get married because this is, I'm not giving away any secrets. This is your equity name.
Yes.
And so I had to get used to calling you a different name. No, and it's great. So was it Secret Life of Bees was your first off-Broadway show?
Yes.
Because I remember you almost immediately out of school, you went right into that.
Yeah, I booked that in July. Me and another Pace student, Michaela Lockhart.
Yeah, I love Michaela.
Yeah, she's in here.
I know. And but then, and what I got to finally see you in was the Maury Yeston review at the York Theater, which just released your first cast album.
Yes, we released it back in April. It was supposed to be in March. It was supposed to be in January, but then they postponed it to March, then they postponed it to April. So, which it kind of worked out actually perfectly because that's when we were all on lockdown. So everyone was forced to listen to it.
Yeah. Remind me, because I saw it. Remind me the exact title.
It's Anything Can Happen in the Theater, The Musical World of Maury Yeston.
Okay. Yeah. And I saw it, and I was just so excited. Our friend Jerry McIntyre choreographed it, and it was brilliant, and it was just so nice to see you up there. And I actually am getting the album this week because I finally figured out how to. I figured out how to do that. No, it's good. Listen, I saw you on Facebook a few days ago, and just immediately called you because I wanted to have you here. And I love that you kind of dropped everything and came here to join us. Would you please give us a song?
Got you. Thank you for having me, everyone. Out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke, out of our night of struggle, can we see a ray of hope? One pale thin ray, reaching for the day. We can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of men. When your trust is all but shattered, when your faith is all but killed, you can give up bitter and battered, or you can slowly start to build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but finally a city of men. A city of men. A city of men. Men. Thank you.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better song. I love you very much, my friend, and it's not strange. You all were phenomenal before I even got to Pace. So I'm always when I say, oh, you were my student or we worked together. I did nothing but play the piano. You were. It's just
You did help me with my cuts though. When I had
yes, I did.
callbacks.
Okay. All right. I did. You did get okay. All right. But I just love the fact that even before I got there, you guys were phenomenal, and you were quite the standout. And I'm sorry I only had a short time with you, but now we can do stuff like this out in the real world when they let us, when they let us. So thank you so much for doing this. And we're gonna end the show with a little clip of you later, and I'll tell them more about it. But I needed you this week, and I'm just so happy you're here.
I'm always here.
Jovan, Ishan, I will talk to you very soon.
I love you,
Take
Matt.
care, my friend. I love you too.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Pace. Well, all the kids. My kids graduated, and just watching how everyone, and not just Pace, all over, watching everyone how they had to deal with school, going to school a few hours a day, getting just the way everyone jumped in and just plowed through and got, like, especially the classes that I was working with, the musical theater classes and the coaching. These kids could very easily have just said, all right, well, we're done, because they would have gotten an okay grade and they were not required to continue. But they were so right there every week. They want more songs. We're going to learn this. They're just, I love them. And like I said, Pace is not alone. It's just that that's where my kids are. I love that. I'm going to bring up, last but not least, a friend of mine. And, well, we go back a ways and we have some stories to share. But basically, most of you know her. Would you please welcome my guest, the lovely and talented Miss Luba Mason? Hi, honey.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm really good. I've been
know.
watching this show. It's really wonderful.
It's fun.
Congratulations.
It's a lot of fun. It's just
Yeah.
and I can't wait because I tried to get you, because when they let us, we do it every week live at Brandy's Piano Bar. So everybody comes in, we fill the room with people, no cover charge. They just get a couple drinks, and we just screw around for 2 hours, and it's a lot of fun. So when they let us, we're going back out there, and I'm taking you with me.
I'll come. Oh, and hi, Scott Barbarino.
Yeah, is it going? Now, I'm going to backtrack a little bit, but I just saw you a few months ago at Feinstein's 54 Below in your incredible show, which kind of chronicled your theatrical life, shall we say.
Yes.
And it was awesome. And you were just going into rehearsals. Now, you should be on Broadway right now in The Girl from the North Country.
I should.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you just had started previews. The last thing I got to see was Company, and you were next. You were the next week. I was about to, so.
Yeah, I think we opened, on like March 5th and March 12th.
The reviews were phenomenal.
They were really good.
And you learned to play the drums, or did you learn it?
Did.
I just remember, because you played the drums at Feinstein's that night too for a little bit, and I was like, all right, you go, girl. It was like, all right. So my friends, you and I made our Broadway debuts in the same show at the same time.
Yeah.
I have the same name. You did not.
No.
But it's why I was so excited when I saw you in a sound check and I yelled out, Kim Freshwater!
Hello.
Luba and I made our Broadway debuts in the infamous Late Night Comic, which has since been called One Night Comic, because that's about how long it ran. Well, no, we opened on Thursday. We previewed forever. We opened on Thursday, and we closed Saturday night.
Sunday, I know it was a Sunday matinee, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I think so. Yeah.
It was.
We had like 4 shows.
Well, and what had happened, though, is we previewed, we were at the Ritz Theater, which is now the Walter Kerr, home to Hadestown, and my friend Andre DeShields, I think he has my dressing room, and he's had it for a lot longer than I had. But that show was, we have stories, but you and I will sit and drink about them because they don't care. But there was a book written.
I care, Michael.
I care. No, I cared. There was a book written called We Bombed in New London that was written by the author of the musical, Brian Gary. And Brian chronicled like everything from we previewed in New London, Connecticut. So we tried out in New London, worked our way to the Broadway. I remember we came back into town and we went down to 890 Studios, which was Michael Bennett's.
Did you read the book?
I did.
Oh, okay. I never did.
I did. Well, I'll send you one. But it's interesting because, I mean, there's a million different takes. It's his take. But there are things that I wasn't even aware of. I didn't know half the stuff that was supposedly go. Who knows? It was a troubled musical in a lot of ways. But
with Robert LaPone, who was in the lead. Patty.
Yeah, but it was so funny because we opened on Broadway with Robert LaPone as the lead. The week before his sister Patti LaPone opened in Anything Goes at the Vivian Beaumont. And I always used to joke going, oh, I'm in the wrong LaPone show. But anyway, I have to scare you for a moment and our viewers at home. I dug up a little clip. And so Tony's standing by. And if you don't mind, Tony, hit that clip. This is Luba and I on our first Broadway show. Long before most of you were born.
No, I'm sorry, we don't need another comic here. We don't have room to take another check. I understand. And even though I've never heard your act before, I'll give you every punchline in advance. 'Cause you see, I'm the best in the business. I can pick them out before they even speak. Yes, you know I'm the best in the business. And I've only been in business for a week. 'Cause you know we're the best in the business. We know how to make a buck, you bet your life. Making money isn't fun, it's a business. Johnny Carson comes in free, but not his wife.
I know.
You were great. You were great.
It is so funny. My favorite part, and I know the sound I think got a little wonky in the middle there or whatever, but the song was about club owners. The show was about a comic, and he'd go to different clubs to try to get a spot on, and all four of us were completely different club owners, and you, well, there was Don Stitt, crazy Don Stitt in his white suit, and I love the fact the looks that you would give him as he was pulling your ponytail towards the end.
My ponytail kept hitting him in the face every time I twirled or turned or something.
I know.
I didn't know it.
Our friend, the late, great Patrick Hamilton, Don and Patrick and I were the three club owners, and then you were our star club owner. And when you came out on your entrance, there was that whole Brunhilde bum ba da bum 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 ba da bum. So this big build, and you come out in all that leather, and you sit down, and then you open your mouth. And I think you got the biggest laugh of the entire show just from that one line. So it was just like, anyway, it's just.
It was fun.
It was.
It really
we did.
was fun.
We had a great time. You've gone on to 1,000 other Broadway shows, none of the least of which is Jekyll and Hyde and the Will Rogers Follies. And I'm missing one. Will Rogers, Jekyll and Hyde.
How to Succeed.
How can I forget How to Succeed? Hattie LaRue. I loved it. Anyway, thank you for doing this. And I've been hanging on to that clip, but you're phenomenal, and I can't wait once you get back on Broadway in Girl from the North Country. I know everyone's they're going, are we going next season? Where everyone's waiting to hear what and when and what's happening. So I wish you the best, because I can't wait to see it. But in the meantime, would you sing for me? Sing for me.
Of course I will.
Thank you, honey.
I'm going to, just to give you a little background, I'm going to sing the song Don't Shoot the Hooey to Me Louie. It's from the musical Over Here, which was done in 1974, but it takes place in the 1940s during
the
World
Andrews Sisters.
Andrews Sisters. Actually, John Travolta was in this, and Blanking.
Treat Williams. The cast was phenomenal.
Yeah. And this song was written for a character called Sam, who was a train porter, and he was African American. And he got really tired of not getting a break. Translated, meaning he was not being treated equally. Yeah. So the Richard and Robert Sherman wrote him this song, Don't Shoot the Hooey to Me Louie, which is kind of an angry song. It's got some angry lyrics, but they asked him to sing it with a smile, so people wouldn't get so pissed off at him.
Yeah.
In any case, it's kind of fun because it's gibberish kind of lyrics, but it's real fun.
Take it away, my friend Luba Mason.
Oh my God! Hold on. Now I gotta like punch all
It's
the.
okay. We're in the toggle world.
Okay. I think everything is on. I hope. Oh God, technology. Okay, here we go. That's on. That's on. Here we go. You hear it? Don't shoot the hooey dooey dooey. I don't wanna jam out of nowhere, child. I don't shoot the hooey dooey dooey. I don't wanna take no dive. Don't the flukiest dooey heard about a love that a friend cries out. I don't think the flukiest dooey. Let me see you come around. Don't side the Russell, if you're gonna shut me out, don't sign the hand to say me. Treat me on the chamois, I'm going down. Don't slip the icky to the Nicky, lay it on the line and the face straight. I said I don't push you, roll it, sleepy the connection, show me the oh, you lay it on me straight. That's right. I choreographed this all by myself. And these are wings. Don't stand the whammy to be sandy. If you're gonna shut me out, don't slide the funks to be rustle. You see me on the chamois, so long as you shoot the hooey dooey dooey. I don't wanna jam that I know that time. I don't shoot the hooey dooey dooey. I don't wanna take no dive. Don't slip the egg to me, lay it on the line and play it straight. I said I don't push you the whole way. Show me my direction, won't you lay it on me straight? Don't you ooey dooey dooey. Oh, don't you dare.
Ah, you make me happy. I love that.
I did my gunshots right.
I love the gunshots. Do you have to get up now? Is it time
No.
for you to get up?
My medication. Go to take my.
Been there. It's okay. And no extra charge for the choreography. I love. You're very talented. Very talented. It's a good. Oh, look, people are saying hello. Lou. Oh, see, I can read that. I can read everything.
Right. Wow, she's really good.
They're going, I didn't know you were still alive. What you doing? And they go, hi, good. Honey, I can't thank you enough for this.
It's a pleasure, Michael. So great to be on here.
Well, I'm
Anytime.
thrilled that you were here, and we had made a date for after Girl from North Country had opened. So
Okay.
of course that's moved until whenever we can get out.
Okay.
Whenever that's happening, but we need to go catch up when you're not.
Well, let me know.
Broadway and
Let me know when you're coming, and we'll go have a
absolutely, and I can't wait to see it and see you. I love you very much, and thank you for doing this, and I'll be in touch. Luba Mason, everybody.
I love you, Michael.
I love you too, honey. Hello.
Surprise! Well, speaking of surprises, I think that it's time for me to reveal our mystery guest of the week.
Oh, here, let me take a hit of hooch.
Oh, well, I don't want you to do a spit take now. Oh, get it all down. All right, here you go. Here's your latest mystery guest.
Okay.
Hey, Traylon.
Oh, Traylon Doler. You brought her. Doler, I don't even know her.
Hello.
Hi, honey. Oh, well, aren't you a nice surprise? They keep
Yeah.
saying, oh, it's going to be a surprise. And I'm like, what surprise? All right, for our viewers at home, this is my friend Traylon Doler, who directed me in my very first production of The Producers. The first of many. We have worked together all over the place. And you have left, you seriously are one of the most talented director choreographers I have ever seen and or worked with. So it kills me personally, but you have moved on to you were MTI, Music Theater International, and you are one of the main reasons behind BroadwayOnDemand.com. Everyone needs to sign up for BroadwayOnDemand.com. Go to BroadwayOnDemand.com and sign up. It's free. Did I tell you BroadwayOnDemand.com? I'm plugging you, baby. I'm plugging you.
Plug away.
How is it going? Because you let us know a little bit about how the whole Broadway on Demand thing came through.
Ooh. It was a simple 3 months ago, but it feels like 2 years ago. I was working at a licensing house, Broadway licensing play scripts.
Yep.
And we started getting all these calls to say, like, can we live stream our shows? Totally new thing. So we started reaching out to playwrights and authors saying, like, can people live stream their shows? And then we thought, where are they going to do this? Then that window closed. Sadly, that was about a week where people were like, please, can I? And then it was like, not an option.
Yeah.
And so then we're like, well, we already started kind of making this. And then we started seeing that everybody was producing all this awesome content, but like your schedule, my like theater nerd gay schedule was like Facebook at 2, Instagram at 3. And so we were like,
I know.
We just made a space where all this could be in one place.
Well, and to backtrack for a minute, by what you meant by getting basically theaters will record or videotape their productions, but only for archival purposes. They're not allowed to show them or let people see them. And when all of this happened back in March, what you're saying is places were asking, hey, can we show our production of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof to raise some money, little things like that. But is that sort of how some of that started?
They wanted to do their show with no audience and do a live stream of just on the stage.
Oh, that's even okay.
Which is coming back online. People are doing this now.
That's okay, great. Well, great, because I knew that like Seth Rudetsky and James Wesley, they have the Stars in the House, and then they started doing plays in the house. So they will do readings they'll get the scripts. Phenomenal. But yeah, it's a whole new world out there, baby. And like you guys, because I remember you asked me one day, you just said, tell me about your show. Because you'd been watching. I'm like, well, we sing show tunes and I go a little crazy. And he goes, perfect. And it's like, boom. Next thing you know, we're like going, oh, okay. Broadway on Demand. BroadwayOnDemand.com, people. BroadwayOnDemand.com.
That was my gentle pitch, Michael. I was just like easing in.
I'd go, don't shoot the hooey to me, Louie. It's going,
I do have to say that Scott Barberino, when we were first putting this together, we had no idea what we were doing. We said that we were making the plane before it left the ground. Like mid-flight, we were still putting on sides of the plane.
Yep.
And you said, call Scott, and I did. And he said, sounds good. Let's do it. He was one of the first people to like jump in. And I'm so appreciative of that.
Well, when it gets to like technicalities and stuff like that, that's like when Scott first asked me about doing this, I said, you want to do what? And he goes, well, we're going to live stream. And I said, what do I do? He goes, just do what you do. And then he made things happen around that. So the minute you asked me, I just said, okay, here's Scott's number. And you guys talk and let me know what happens. So I'm glad it worked out because we have a ball, and I love. I'm going on. The only thing I don't like is that we can't see it again. You know, you have to watch at the time that it's on, which I get. But because you guys have so much content, there's no way you can possibly keep all 4,000 like shows going. Oh, I can watch this, whenever.
Not actually it. It's less interesting than that, but it's about the broadcast rights.
Yeah.
Which is not very interesting, but
yeah. Well, no, but we get it. Hey, listen, we're grateful to be on live on BroadwayOnDemand.com and at Tuesday nights at 7:15. And if you miss it, you can still find us other places, so you can always catch up. So, but the content that you guys have is awesome. And I know you showed, I can't remember whether it was Bandstand and Allegiance, but I just remember one night there was like a glitch. There's a glitch with all this stuff. Everybody's used to, we don't have sound, or the picture's not, and people are like going, well, I want my money back. I paid for it. And it was like, I watched your responses. You like literally took care of like everybody going, don't worry, we will take care of it. We will show it again. It was just, when a company, like something happens and somebody comes on and tells you exactly, well, this is going to be fine. So I really appreciated that. So that was very impressive, Mr. Traylon Doler. As the going, I love you. You were really a nice surprise. I'm like loving that. Just this past week on Open Mac, which I do on Sundays, I opened with a clip from the producers where it's going, think of the respect, think of their head, think of the Tony, because we did a little Tony salute. So I had a little clip, a completely illegal clip of the producers. But hey, let them come find me.
Somebody else's.
Arizona Broadway.
No.
I didn't get a clip from where we're very careful, and I don't want to get anybody in trouble, and it's all good. But anyway, I love you very much. I'm telling everybody that's on it, I'm going, I love you very much. I love everybody. Kumbaya.
I know I learned something tonight. Two things. One is that every intro you give, I thought it was me. I have known him since he was a young talent. I was like, oh, that's me. And it was somebody else. And then you were like, we have so many stories together. I was like, oh, that's clearly me, not me. The other thing
well, we do. This is like everybody like, I know. Only most of the stories are only interesting to us. So the people are going, all right, can I get to it? It's like, I gotta get, but.
I also was in a virtual green room tonight with Luba Mason. And I will tell you that virtual green room was suck because Luba and I were not talking in the virtual green room, and I have loved her for so long. And when she showed up, I was like, we were in a virtual green room together, and I couldn't say hello. Horrible. I hate virtual green rooms.
Well, now we'll just all have to go for coffee when we can, and we will.
I just adore her.
Well, thank you for being my surprise tonight. I love that very much, and
I love
thank you for joining. I love you too. Traylon Doler, everybody. BroadwayOnDemand.com. Bye, honey. Oh, that was my surprise guest. I love a surprise guest. We're winding down, as well we should, because we've gone a little over, but it's okay. There was just a plethora of guests. We're glad to be back. We did take last week off for obvious reasons. It just was, we all just needed a reboot for a moment. I want to remind you that you can tip us. We do appreciate it. It does help keep us going in small ways. And, well, not in small ways. You help us greatly every week when you tip, when you can. We know times are challenging, so, we understand. Also reminding you that I am on Sundays at 5 o'clock right here on Facebook and YouTube. I should ask Taylor to go BroadwayOnDemand.com. I play Facebook and YouTube, Open Mac, every Sunday at 5 o'clock. I want to thank all of our guests. I'm going to do, I'm going to do a song before I completely sign off, but this song has been on my mind a lot in the last, in the last few weeks. And then, yes, thank you, Tony. I will let them know about next week's guest as well. You've got to be taught to hate and fear. You've got to be taught from year to year. It's got to be drummed in your dear little ear. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught to be afraid of people whose eyes are oddly made, and people whose skin is a different shade. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught before it's too late, before you are 6 or 7 or 8, to hate all the people your relatives hate. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be carefully taught. Rodgers and Hammerstein from many, many years ago, still so relevant. Thank you for joining us. Next week, our guests are going to be Sal Viviano and Liz Larson, Courtney Collins, my friend Becky Menzie from Chicago, my friend Mark Hartman from Puerto Vallarta right now and from everywhere, and a couple more surprise guests. And thank you all for joining us. I'm going to leave us with my friend Jovan posted this video earlier in the week, and I'm glad I was able to get him to come on live and do a song, but I'd like to end our show with this clip and one last number.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me.
Hold your head up high. Don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of our love. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Good night. Stay safe. See you next week.